2-1 at the end of 90 minutes. It is Orlando Pirates 1 and Mamelodi Sundowns 2. And they grab all 3 points thanks to the Brian Leon brace and wonderful assists from the 2 Mamelodi Sundowns players, Mudiba and Santos. But what did you make of Rele Mfokeng's performance in this game? Let's break it down. Rele Mfokeng played for 90 minutes. He had a total of 2 touches in the opposition box. He had 2 out of 5 successful dribbles. A total touches of 48. And he had a pass accuracy of 72% with an expected assist of 0.06. And he had 10 of 16 accurate passes in the final third. Only 1 shot. So, a very quiet day for Rele when Orlando Pirates needed him the most. We know that he's one for big games, massive games. He always has massive impact. But it wasn't to be today, as Mamelodi Sundowns ran away with all 3 points and closing the gap on Orlando Pirates. So, do you think Rele was played in a wrong position? Do you think not having him as a starting number 10 was an error? So, what do you think went wrong for Orlando Pirates on this game? Let's also reflect on the first half. They did everything right. They could have been 2-0 up in that first half. And like we always say, games are very difficult and they punish you. If you don't take your chances, you will be punished. And that's exactly what happened here. Orlando Pirates dominated the first half, but Sundowns scored the goals. And it's a big lesson for Orlando Pirates as they look to win this league. But do they really need to beat Sundowns to win the league? In the famous words of Pitso Mosimane, you don't need to beat the one that's leading for you to win the league. So that's how it ended. Don't forget to subscribe. But let's also break it down further. Let's look at how the rest of the Orlando Pirates team came to the party. Very disappointing averages for majority of them. So Rele Mfokeng had a rating of 6.2 out of 10. Disappointing rating, provided that he's coming back from 3 back-to-back games where he scored in all those games and grabbed assists. So there was a lot of expectations on Rele Mfokeng to continue on that form and to do well, to support his team and to ensure that they at least grab a point. But it's not all hope lost for Orlando Pirates, as Sundowns still needs to win their game on hand. And we know game on hand does not always equal points on hand. So still positives to take from this, and still positives to take from Rele Mfokeng as he contributed to trying to bring his team back into that game and at least get a draw. But it wasn't to be, as Mamelodi Sundowns showed experience and edged it over Orlando Pirates. But let's also look at the force, the break force of Mamelodi in Kulumane Damane. Oh wow, what a player. What a special player. Damane ended this game with a rating of 7.2 out of 10. Brilliant rating for Ndamane. And he played for 73 minutes after being substituted in that second half for Johannes to finish the game. Ndamane had one of the best clearing or tackles you would see in ages, as Tito Masonganye was one-on-one with Ron Williams and came Ndamane rushing to make one of the best tackles we have seen in a very long time. And that tackle also gave him the rating that he deserves today. So Ndamane had a total of 2 shots, 1 shot in total. He had a pre-assist for the second goal of Lyon as he passed the ball to Mudiba. In attack, he had 1 touch in the opposition's box, and he was also involved in a header that hit the crossbar. So he could have grabbed himself a goal and made a goal-saving tackle as well. Looking at his passes, he had 83% pass accuracy. He had 4 of his 8 passes in the final third completed. He had 3 successful or accurate long passes. On his defensive duels, on his aerial duels, he won all 4 of his involvements. From the ground duels, he won 1 out of 4. In terms of tackles, 1. Like I mentioned earlier. In terms of clearances, he was involved in 5, and interceptions, he had 2. This gave him an overall rating of 7.2 out of 10. Was one of the top 3 rated players of that entire Mamelodi Sundowns squad. So that's how the game ended. Mamelodi Sundowns obtaining all 3 points. So let's reflect on what does it mean for the league. Firstly, from an Orlando Pirates side, losing a game and conceding 2+ goals in the league for the first time in a very long time, since under Joseph Zimbauer. And also losing a game after a very long time. And losing a home game after a very long time as well. So the stats are stuck against them. But it's not all hope lost. As when Mamelodi Sundowns win their game in hand, they will be equal in points. So it's still a long season and an exciting season ahead. Halfway mark, we have Mamelodi Sundowns and Pirates tied. And we also have Kaizer Chiefs behind them. And Sekhukhune behind them. So a very exciting season ahead. As long as all the teams remain consistent and as long as the second half of the season proves to be a very entertaining season, as a lot of players will be looking to perform well so that Hugo Bros can be able to notice them for that final World Cup team. And it's also exciting to see all players back. So that's how we reflect on the 2 Cocomelons that were involved in this game, in Mfukeng and Ndamane, representing their opposite teams. So we would like to hear from you on your thoughts on how this game went and how you thought could have been done differently. And like we always say, don't forget to like, subscribe and do interact with our content. Thank you.